Now here comes the big moment of seeing each other for the very first time, and I thought I'd put it in slow motion initially. You'll see next where it will include the sound. We shared some very happy tears during phone time, which led up to these memorable moments.
Hey, how you doing?
You see that cop?
Yeah.
She's enjoying herself, I'll tell you. I'm like, oh! How you doing, John?
Here's a glimpse of Terry's wonderful mom just before the big moment. And here she is with her dad, walking down the aisle. Grumpy and I are excited to introduce to you my daughter and son-in-law, Terri and John Jackson from Norwich, New York. Terri got a master's degree in accounting, passed her CPA exam, and then worked at Price Waterhouse. She was also an adjunct professor at Tompkins Cortland Community College, and from there she got her teaching certification in business and began teaching. Prior to all that, she was very active in sports to include field hockey and softball, and became field hockey official and a softball coach. Now as for John, he has his associate's degree in veterinary technology, a bachelor's degree in animal science, a master's degree in science education, and is a New York State master teacher. He was also an adjunct professor for SUNY Albany and Tompkins Cortland Community College. Just one of his outstanding accomplishments as a basketball coach was his award for 317 wins, which is virtually unheard of. As you can see, they set the bar pretty high for their children, and it paid off, as you're about to see. And here's our welcome to the family celebration.
Oh wait, is there a place for the music? You got to put the music in a better place.
Oh, that's pretty.
It's very pretty. I know this song. It's amazing.
Very nice. Beautiful.
Yeah, that sounds beautiful.
We are so excited to have this opportunity to share with our friends and family an introduction of our newfound family, the Jacksons, as narrated by Terri and John. Tell it like it is, guys.
And here she is, Terri Jackson, in her elementary school days.
That's our New York State Championship softball when I was a senior in high school. And there I'm sliding into third. I think I lost some skin on my knee on that one.
There she is, playing second base for a New York State Championship softball team.
My high school graduation from 1987.
And this is Caitlin May Jackson, newborn, our firstborn child.
Day before Valentine's Day, and there she is as a proud sister to little Andrew Jackson. Born on the same day as President Andrew Jackson, just a few years later. There he is again. And then proud dad with his two little kids.
There's Caitlin posing for her first official mature picture.
This is a picture of me in my graduation from preschool, and then just later on enjoying the slide. And then again in Louisiana.
As a bathing beauty at the beach.
One of my favorite pictures of Caitlin and Andrew from Myrtle Beach. And then Caitlin and Andrew singing at the New York State Fair. They sing Rascal Flatts, Me and My Gang, and the lyrics are because it's a brother and a sister kind of thing. Here's Caitlin at her first competition in the Electric Light Parade dance competition. And then Andrew and I at Wolf Lodge, an indoor water park. Andrew's preschool picture, I don't think they allow guns anymore, but that was fun.
Except in Oklahoma. And Pocahontas, she would have liked to have been in the South, with Andrew as a Power Ranger. This is Kenny Rogers. He was actually singing a Christmas show, and Caitlin was part of the show. He wasn't so friendly, but, we got an autograph.
And this is Linda Davis. She also was in the show with Kenny Rogers. She actually sang with Reba McEntire, and her daughter is Hillary Scott from Lady Antebellum.
And this is Josh Grayson, an American Idol contestant, posing with Caitlin. He had a hit song called Nothing to Lose, and he was a very nice fellow.
This is Caitlin singing with her IC Voice Stream a cappella group in college. And then again, as an 8th grader, she was the Queen of Hearts for Alice in Wonderland.
This is Caitlin being inducted into the New York State Country Music Hall of Fame. We're very proud of Caitlin's performances.
She got the Horizon Award. And here are John and Caitlin singing the national anthem at the Gus Macker basketball tournament. And then Caitlin is at her dance competition in Boston. She was in 7th grade.
This is Caitlin as her varsity volleyball senior picture.
We went to Costa Rica with Andrew and a bunch of his classmates. We took them, and this is John in the lifeboat, whitewater rafting. And then John and Caitlin in the Sound of Music. John was Franz and Caitlin was Marta. Caitlin and Andrew started a little thing where Caitlin would always hold Andrew at special events, and so here was Caitlin getting inducted into the Country Music Hall of Fame. And then their first dodgeball tournament, they were the Flying Purple People Eaters.
And then this is after Andrew's baptism. Caitlin held him up with the power of God.
This was Caitlin's high school graduation.
And this is Andrew and Caitlin in France at the Louvre Museum. That was an awesome experience. And again, Caitlin's showing off her muscles, holding Andrew at his high school graduation in 2019. And here we are in front of the Notre Dame Cathedral, and that was in the fall, just before it actually caught on fire.
Here's Caitlin playing Cruella de Vil in 101 Dalmatians, when she was very little.
And this is Terri This is her being inducted into the Herkimer College Hall of Fame for field hockey. She was a national champion. And this is Caitlin Jackson and Hometown Band. These are all the bandmates. We had a great bonding time hanging out with Caitlin, singing music in the park in Sherburne, New York. Obviously, good times had by all.
This is John. Him and Caitlin both auditioned at the American Idol experience at Disney World, and they both made it through to the competition. Caitlin did eventually end up beating him out. This is when Caitlin actually went to the real American Idol audition, and this was right in front of the celebrity judges.
Harry Connick Jr., Keith Urban, and Jennifer Lopez.
And she made it to Hollywood, all the way to the end of the Hollywood week. This is her singing Elton John's song,
Your Song. And this is us posing after Caitlin came running down the hall with a golden ticket.
Here's Caitlin winning the American Idol experience at Disney World. There was a crowd of 1,000 people or so, and about 300 auditioned for the show, and she beat them all out, and she got the golden ticket to get her into the front of the line at the real audition for American Idol. And here's Caitlin after her performance with the Rock Hard Dance Company at Ithaca College. And then this is Caitlin again, her senior year, national dance competition, and this was the senior titleist competition, so they were kind of featuring her.
And this is Caitlin Jackson, and recording on Dolly Parton's microphone. And she actually has Dolly Parton's producer and guitar player named Kent Wells on her CD, and you can check it out at CaitlinJacksonMusic.com.
This is Caitlin's first magazine cover, Women of Upstate New York, and this was shortly after her appearance on American Idol. After American Idol, we had a school ask Caitlin to come in and share her experience, and so she put together a Dream Big presentation to really inspire students to try to pursue their dreams, and it was a great experience. And after the first school, we had several others throughout upstate New York that asked her to come and give the same presentation. This picture is her senior dance performance, both at her regular high school and at her national dance competition. And there we are twinning. The one and only time she got bangs, right before she went on American Idol, and she's never gone back to bangs once they grew out. This was an awesome experience. Her junior year, her school did Mary Poppins, and they brought in a company from Kentucky. It cost $20,000 to set up the rig for them to fly, but she had training on how to fly, and then it was a sold-out performance, 3 different sold-out performances, and just a great production. Here is Caitlin's senior year with her dance company. It was Romeo and Juliet. She was Juliet, and they won the National Dance Championship in Florida. And this is when Caitlin was a sophomore. She played Lola in Damn Yankees, the production. And this was Caitlin. She sang Birdsall Street Blues, which was part of her dance company. The whole company actually danced around her.
And this is Caitlin in her high school. Beautiful picture as valedictorian of Norwich High School. A little throwback. This is her singing at the American Idol experience in Disney. And this is Caitlin's professional headshot, Caitlin-Jackson.com. You should check it out. You can see all the great things she's done. This is her back in the day, hanging out at a Binghamton Rumble Ponies baseball game where we performed and she sang the national anthem. This is her CD cover that you could buy online if you'd like. And it is Caitlin's original songs recorded in Nashville, Tennessee.
Hey, this is Caitlin, and these are pictures from my high school graduation, and it was actually kind of embarrassing. I did so much, but because I was valedictorian and class president, I led the procession, I switched the tassel over, I gave my valedictorian speech, I sang the national anthem, I sang the alma mater, and just all sorts of stuff. I got my diploma first, so it was really the Caitlin Jackson show, and I was a little embarrassed, but it was really rewarding.
Then she actually graduated into trying to pursue her careers, but she actually was able to actually do a little internship at Action 12 News, where she actually helped interview the World Series champions from Maine, Endwell, New York. She's behind the cam.
Yes, indeed. Can you believe it? There's more. I don't care what sport you name. When it comes to my grandson, Drew, baseball, basketball, or golf, he's the MVP every time. You're going to be amazed at what you're about to see. Sugar, tell it like it is.
Andrew was always a gym rat with John right from the very beginning, and this was him first starting out. John's coached for 29 years, and here they are winning Andrew's championship with the Norwich Vipers at one tournament. And here he is as a freshman. I guess he grew up a little bit, and he is currently in University of Rochester.
And this is where he scored his 1,000th point. You can see the excitement of his teammates. They were great people to join him. And this is the Bosselman family, also celebrating his 1,000th point. This is me giving a big old hug. This is a great historic moment in my life.
They stopped the game right when he made that 1,000th point.
This is Andrew showing off his stuff in our sectional championship games. He had just stolen a basketball and drove to the basket to finish a left-handed layup in front of a few thousand people in the stadium.
And this is the first sectional championship his junior year.
And Andrew also played baseball. He was a shortstop, making a tough catch near the outfield.
First team all-star for baseball as well.
He also was a pitcher. He kind of did a little bit of everything.
This was an exciting experience because when John was in high school, he was the MVP for the league, and then Andrew was the MVP for both 2018 and 19 in high school, along with the Shenango County MVP, Section 4 champion both years, Class C Player of the Year for both years, and he made the All-State team. And here he is as an 8th grader getting inducted into the Hall of Fame. I'm just saying.
And so this is Caitlin and Andrew in front of l'Arc de Triomphe in France. And about a week later, there was actually a car on fire, and it was a historic picture that was in that location. Andrew was also a golfer. He was a team medalist. He had the best average as a golfer, and this was in the team championships. And this is throwback to the Norwich Vipers AAU basketball team where they won. Andrew also was able to take his team and guide them to prayer actually before basketball games for 3 years in high school. He took it over from a friend that actually led that in the past.
Here's John coaching. Like I said, he coached for 29 years. He's got 307 wins under his belt right this time. And he was also New York State Class C Assistant Coach of the Year.
And then this is just us celebrating, once again, a championship that was earned through Section 4 of New York State. And Andrew actually became the Una de la Valle all-time leading scorer, scoring 1,640 total career points. He scored 375 points more than the second place person in our history. So it was a pretty big accomplishment.
Here's Andrew's senior high school picture. And this is just at the athletic awards banquet his senior year. He got recognized as an outstanding senior athlete. Just another picture showing John and Andrew both getting MVP honors, respectively.
And another photo of our Section 4 championship team.
With his grandmother, Felicia Bosselman, his biggest supporter. This was just my birthday party at Old Mexico. I love Mexican food. So my family finally took me out for Mexican food.
And this is us in France again, under the Eiffel Tower, taking a nice photo on a nice evening stroll. It was a little bit chilly, but it was a beautiful time in November.
Thank you, John and Terri, for sharing that impressive and joyous journey with your family. I have to say, I'm so thankful for such a wonderful family. Am I a lucky dad or what? And we all so blessed with each member being healthy and such a success in their own fields. Grumpy and I sure do love you guys.